Okay, guys, welcome to game one of our losers bracket 3.1. Whoever wins this gets to move on and face most likely WND, who's currently facing against TCA. And whoever loses this, they get to go back to bed. So let's take a look at this lineup here on Land of Fire. AAO is bringing with them Taha in the Z52, Esgera in the Gearing, Yamate Onisama in the Yu Yang, Vasca 358 in the Salem, Nicinator in a Des Moines, Hitman K in a Wushta, in a Wushta, and additional 3 in another Wushta. We've got Cutest Haruhi, this time in a Schlieffen. Now, Puddin, we've caught him mostly in a Kremlin when we've seen this team. And then Blank Blueberry, who we've also normally seen in a Yamato, is in a Conqueror. Interesting. What do we have to the south?
To the south, we have a Hirakumao, a Des Moines, a Daring, a Venezia, and the Kremlin. Looks like they're heading towards Eppels. We have the Wooser, Conqueror, Shimmy, Vampire heading towards C. But I'm pretty sure the Vampire is probably going to break off and go to B. If I remember correctly, they're probably going to have the Wooster, Conqueror on the B side of Chocolate. And then just hope nothing comes around and kills them.
Yeah, we usually see, and we've seen this play here with the Wushta going to this gap and the Shimakaze Remy going and smoking him up. This is what A7 was able to do. Partly got them that win to keep them in the tournament, which was just crazy to watch. So yeah, we'll have to see if that's what they're going to do. The weird thing is they've done it so many times. If you're AAO, wouldn't you be expecting that, Puddin, at this point?
Well, I was about to say AAO is expecting this because the Roosters from Gehring are going to see.
Okay.
Right?
Sorry.
Like, I can see why. I can see why they brought a Schlieffen for this particular match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. You got the Gehring that can smoke the Wooster and smoke that Schlieffen in, and what does the Conqueror do? Just panic, runs away.
He just kind of sits there, doesn't know what to do, right? And of course, his secondaries will chew up the Conqueror's 32 millimeters of armor. Of course, they will chew up the Wushta, and of course, they will absolutely chew up the Shimakaze, should the Shimakaze be detected.
Right. So I mean, like the other thing is just looking at AO, like they're going into Chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, they're not playing around.
Well, I mean, because like you said, you've watched how many times they just put the Shimmy over there with the Wooster.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sitting in the gap, and it's like, okay, you guys can kind of have C. We're just here to slow you down.
That's right. Meanwhile, we've got additional 4 going into the B cap. Is Pimentah gonna let this happen? He's gonna try to step on. Nope, he just mistimes it and allows A7 to get that initial cap. And Salem opens up. That's Vasca, and Conqueror King of Hell was ready for this.
And he had the AP loaded, which was good. Oh,
yeah.
Smoke that snail slap fight about to probably never happen at Chocolate.
And at Alpha too, as both of them are going in there. Yep, I see the smokes. A7 changing around their setup. This time their Wushta is going south of C. So they did decide to change up their plans slightly. That means that Vasca in the Salem is going to be able to survive a little bit longer. Also, it's a Salem instead of, we saw Moskva over there historically, or even a Des Moines.
Well, I mean, you sit there and go survive a little bit longer. It's the Salem. He will print a new ship faster than a Conqueror.
Yep. Now, Yamanate Onisama Zhu Yang does exactly what was necessary, which is just smoke Nicinator into the A cap, where he becomes a very, very, very big problem for A7 to deal with. AAO is not North American? I could have sworn it was. Huh.
Interesting that you put your Hiragumo into the cap.
Yeah, I'm concerned about that, but
I mean, the YY for AAO is clearly spotting the Des Moines that is being shot at by the Salem. Ooh, did the Vampire get caught out by Z52 Hydro?
He took a lot of damage.
So what do we, I don't think they're aware that Schlieffen's marching down the 10 line yet.
No. Kitazaruhi is doing a nice job of getting over on that side.
I mean, that's another reason you would potentially bring the Schlieffen. Good concealment, and it's relatively quick.
Yep. Also, if you're able to manage your flank, which you can easily do on the side of the map, you have a lot more flexibility. Additional 2's Des Moines is getting slapped hard. Black Blueberry's Conqueror getting in on this. He gets himself detected even though he's in smoke. Oh yeah.
I believe he's got to be hydroed or radar.
Either way, I mean, if you know that there is a Des Moines on the other side of the island, or at the very least that Haragumo should be saying, "Hey, I'm radared. Hey, I'm hydroed. Whatever." Why would you send in a? I don't know. Anyway, either way, A7 loses their first ship.
I think A7 probably got caught out by a bad spawn with the Des Moines not getting to A.
Mm-hmm. It's a possibility.
Shimmy's resmoking the booster at Chocolate. A kind of a traditional start to the game.
Yeah.
The team that actually has ships to support Bacon is in control of it. And considering so many teams have seen A7 just kite from C, AAO was like, okay, fine, we'll just take it and we'll defend it.
Mm-hmm. King of Hell gets a nice shot on the Salem. Does some good damage. Nicey Nader poking around over at A with the Des Moines.
That's not good with the Kremlin there, even though the Kremlin's at a half health.
Yeah, Quartz has been, just being a brick.
I'm so intrigued to see what this Schlieffen's going to do with this Conqueror, because, I mean...
Mm-hmm.
Just look... I don't think he's been spotted yet.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You know the Conqueror is looking at the Rooster.
Let's zoom in and see the torpedoes.
Oh, those are never going to hit. I don't even have to zoom in for that.
And Schlieffen detected, and King of Hell's like, oh no. Whoop. Aw, those missed.
Wow. Oh, catches him broadside and just, no.
It's like the ocean just reached up and said, nah, we're taking these shells away from you.
I would be so livid right now. Well, still doing minimum damage to an angled Conqueror. I think he's aiming too low.
I think he's trying to get the Citadels, yeah. Now, in this case, he's turning. Is King of Hell actually baiting Cutest here?
He could be, because here comes all the shimmy torps. Your torps, one, clips the island.
Yep.
The other three are just going to be like, not submarine torps and home right in on you.
Now, this is the part where you want Hitman to be pushing too, so it's not just the Schlieffen that's pushing, but unfortunately, he's quite low and doesn't want to push. So that just allows all three of A7's ships to basically focus on one of AAO's.
The Schlieffen's going to go down and they're not going to get anything out of it?
Yep, I was just about to say that. They basically gifted them a Schlieffen. Whack. Well, it looked
There
cool.
goes
We were
down.
excited for that. There was a nice build-up.
Ooh, well, the Worcester did get touched, but
He got a
sadly,
torpedo. That is true.
he's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Des Moines killed the Daring.
Yeah, Brooksy was playing very, very loose, trying to get the shots in on Nicey Nader's Des Moines. It was a matter of time before that just didn't work. So A7, not looking very strong here. They're about to lose their Harugumo as well. Their
They
Vamp
got
Deuce is
Worcester
running away.
Put his hydro on, but is it a little too late? Oh, just barely misses. That was
Another
actually
rack of
really
torps.
close.
Actually, those I think were the Schlieffen torpedoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, if I was AAO, I would definitely be kiting from chocolate at about now because, well, they have a Conqueror and you don't have a battleship.
Well, if you look at them, both of their bows are pointed to the north. And also A7 is pointing north as well. So I think they realize...
Pointed north.
Yep, I think they realize they got to go into sea. Meanwhile, you've got Z52, Pimentado doing exactly what he needs to do, just hang out.
Such a boring job, but it's a very crucial job.
It's a very crucial job, and where he's at right now, his hydro covers the whole cap. So as soon as something goes in the cap, he just smokes up and presses the button.
I have a feeling as soon as the Venezia goes down, you're going to see a mad rush on the Hiragumo at A7.
Oh, it's going to be fun, isn't it?
Right, like the Kremlin's got to be aching for the Des Moines shot while the Conqueror just slowly keeps creeping up. And my math skills aren't what they used to be, but I'm pretty sure AAO is on a one cap win right now, and they control two while one's being contested. Vampire's just given up on bacon. It's just rotated to chocolate because A7 definitely needs to get into this game somewhere. And it's definitely not going to be at Apples considering the Kremlin W'd away, which means Des Moines could have made a run at the Gumo, but pretty sure he's going to be more worried about the Conqueror.
Yeah, it's also not going to be a chocolate, at least not for a little bit, as the Shimakaze was detected and just getting hammered by the Wushta.
I mean, the other thing you got, oh, there goes the Gumo. Right, Smoke Train was able to just W forward.
Yep, Call Me Quartz now.
He's gonna get farmed out.
Yes, I think he's trying to make a mad dash for the Conqueror, but Black Blueberry's just going to laugh in reverse. I don't think he's going to take that kind of engagement.
Why do you? I mean, you are down a battleship, so you need to at least get rid of this Kremlin, even though you'll be down HP between the conks.
A7 just lost their Wushta over at sea. What is Vasca doing?
Getting involved, taking out the Kremlin's turrets.
Vasca just rushes in, and says, "No, my kill, my kill." Wow, and that is the end of game one. Team Alpha won, Puddin'.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that. I had one day, just literally one day, and that was yesterday.
Hey, yesterday was your day, man. Bravo team won every single time. But today, things have changed, I guess.
Right, now we're just back to standard operating procedures.
All right, well, let's move to the tournament screen. Games are overrated, he says.
Not like I was tapped out anyways.
All right, well, let's go into game two of A7 versus AAO. A7 to the north this time in the Alpha spawn on the map north. They are bringing Brooksy in a Daring, additional 4 in a Daring, Remy Lebu in a Shimakaze, DKMK MMKW in a Wushta, Sabu in a Moskva, additional 2 in a Salem, Sunako Kirishiki in a Salem, King of Hell in a Conqueror, and Call Me Quartz in a Kremlin. That's a naked Conqueror, too. What's going on to the south, Puddin?
Stuff and things is happening right now.
Stuff and things is happening.
Beyond the stuff and things, we have a Shimmy Gumo. Yep, that's the Gumo. The Booster, potentially the Conqueror, are going to Apples. I believe the Vampire is going to go to Bacon. Just maybe the Salem, not sure. He could be going there alone, but Salem, Kremlin, Des Moines, Daring are headed towards Chocolate, even though the Des Moines looks like he's going to be positioned at the island where we saw the Moskva yesterday. In between Bacon and Chocolate, with the option to go up the channel and ram something. Right.
Okay. So Paiman Taha going where we saw him go before. This is a very powerful position. He can go into the channel, back in towards the cap, and then just pull forwards if he runs into trouble.
Well, there's an actual little trick. If you go straight at that island and start turning out, intentionally beach, you can reverse right in safely.
Yep.
Oh, look what he's doing. Oh, he just beached. Now he's going to reverse and somewhat safely. The emergency brake. Let me just run into this island.
Hey, that's a great way to get yourself covered in smoke as well in a hurry. Well, Shell's coming in on Sunako.
It's a fantastic move.
Nice hits on him.
Well, the question is, I'm going to assume that's a radar Salem, not a Hydro.
In that position, you could kind of get away with either, but yeah.
Well, the Vamp just got detected. Popped his Hydro to make sure the Daring doesn't send towards.
Yeah, he's had his Hydro going for a while, and that is indeed a radar Salem. Chat saying that you are typically quieter in match, and I double checked, and I don't have you turned down in the game setting. So, I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Raptor gets more excited. Maybe you get less excited when the game starts and it happens. You're just like, oh god, this is happening again.
Oh, Conqueror is going to eat a single torpedo at Apples.
Oh no, it's a disaster.
I don't know if he survives this. He could be knocked out at any moment, guys. Any moment.
That's right. Detonation.
A7 did get Chocolate. So right now they are the kings of diabetes.
And both teams still...
AAO is the king of the doctor because they got Apples.
Right, and both teams are fighting over bacon. They are eyeing that bacon.
Well, it's going to be interesting. I think AAO should be able to get this cap because the Daring's got a much longer journey to back into it. Salem won't have his radar back in time. But it will get interesting once the Salem Kremlin decide to hold back the contest side of A7.
Paiman Taha detected, being shot at, trying to run away. Alright, he saved his boat by pulling forward.
Well, he just proved me wrong on getting that cap. Sure.
Yep. Oh! Shimakaze flew a little too close to the sun. Goes down to the Worcester shells, but while we were looking at all that. Wow.
Well, that definitely turns Apples into the kite side for A7. That's 100% guaranteed now.
Yep.
The question is, which DD do you actually pull off to go help out at Bacon? Right? Do you keep your 420 Blazing Gumo there, or do you let the Shimmy just take over? Because you don't really have to worry about torpedoes. They're really not going to push into it until they can get a pick. Right. So do you send a gunboat over to help kill the daring, or do you send a shimmy over to help with the contesting of Bacon?
I would say yes. Like, we'll have to see what they do. As you can see, the Worcester and Conquer for A7 are just like, well, all right, we lost this. Time to fall back.
AAO 7 or AAO just said, Streamer, you're a moron. We're gonna put our Des Moines in it.
That's right, they did. They did just that.
And you see it in randoms, you see it in comp. Hey, I'm spotting it. Let me smoke up real quick and get some shots out.
Mm-hmm. Well, but Booksy's in a position he can just W away if he needs to. Here comes Kings of Hell's salvo. Not much.
Oh, he is hard spotted by something. I don't know what had him. I don't know what has him spotted, to be honest with you.
That would be Sunako Kirishi's radar from the Salem. Also catching Pimentab. Yep, his radar is going. It just expired and Vasca just went dark. So now it's time for Brooksy to get out from behind his smoke to spot Vasca's Des Moines.
But here we go. We got AO marching up through the channel and along the outside on the 1-2 line.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Are we going to have a Kremlin and Kremlin action? Because AAO's Kremlin is low to A7's Kremlin.
I did see Cutis pushing forward. So Cutis Haruhi just wants to get this ram off. Daring and Salem are going to try desperately to prevent that from happening.
And they actually have the AP to make it happen.
They do, but now that they're spotted, there's also the threat of Cutis turning his turrets and trying for the hero play.
I think the hero play is to guarantee the nope.
Wow. Here comes some conga line torpedoes, though, to possibly force a trade, but Call Me Quartz is already dodged just by lazily hitting W. Good kill for A7. Very good kill for A7 as Vasca is forced back in the Des Moines. And look at this, the Conqueror and Worcester are forming Voltron up at Charlie 4. DKM is really hurting.
Well, now they're separated, so no more Voltron.
For now.
For us. It looks like they're going to send in the Vampire and the Des Moines into Bacon.
Yeah, it's interesting that they're doing this again. I mean, maybe they're thinking the Worcester and Conqueror have been pushed back enough, but I don't think they need to be this aggressive. Oh, I think I know why. Look behind him.
Right,
Sabu's Mosfa. Mm-hmm.
Right. Like, these two are not going to be able to go dark for a while. Right. Oh, look.
No.
Oh, Salem decided to head to you. I found you.
Yep, and catches Esgera out.
But, I mean, the only problem is... Oh, no, they're spotted, but nobody's shooting them, so who really cares? I mean, it's not like this was top-secret information on what was in B.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it came at a bad time, in a sense, because Brooksy's smoke went down. So he wasn't able to really capitalize on those spots. Now he is trying to farm some decaps, and he gets a couple there. Vasca gets decapped.
I do like how he's trying to hit, you know, both of them.
Yep.
You know, change from one to the other.
Yep.
But Moskobot coming around. I hope he's got his hydro going. But I don't see AO's Des Moines surviving this push into Bacon.
Salem goes down. That's Hitman over on the other flank.
Oh,
and
look, that flank is even more dead.
Mm-hmm. And Sabu, actually, those were team torps, but these are real torps coming up right now. But he doesn't need to push forward. He just needs to zone out the Des Moines, which is what he did. Hats off to DKM for keeping his Des Moines alive, by the way. That was really good, good seamanship over there. Good handling. And
do believe this is for A7 to win it or lose it. The ball's
And
completely in their court.
And A7 definitely wants to win this so they can tie it up and go to a game 3. And, you know, that's always what we're looking for as well.
Right, said Zath all the time.
Said Zath all the time.
Well, I think the Moskva is Cebu for A7 is in some serious I don't want to be in this spot anymore, guys. Somebody save
Cut it
me.
out. Stop it.
Well, I'm Wooster farming him, the vampire that could potentially torp him, and the Daring farming him.
Yeah, I don't understand why he didn't just go forward and try to dive the Whale Island. Because if he dives the Whale Island, at least he can't be shot at, in theory, from that Wooster. And now it's just the Daring he's got to worry about, so...
He should have just went into Bacon and died like everyone else that has gone into that cap so far.
That's true. Well, Paimon Taha now in the Vamp Deuce is spotted. Quartz, I'm sure, has to be thinking that there's torps coming his way now. Here comes the salvo, and there goes the death. And Quartz just lazily slows down, turns the ship, and dodges everything again.
Well, the only thing that can really farm out the Kremlin is Wooster Daring. But for whatever reason, your Smoke 420 Blazing Gumo used it on himself behind an island where it's so ineffective.
You just save star mode, go!
Why did you pop a smoke there? I don't understand that. I hope it was a fat finger, right? Fat fingers happen.
It could have been. It could have been. And then he's like, well, I guess I'm in smoke. I might as well sit here and use it.
And then he still has nothing to shoot at because some jerk put some islands in his way.
Right. Oh, well. King of Hell continuing to get smacked around a little bit in the conch. Ooh, Brooksy detected. That's, Yeah, don't do that, Brooksy. You're winning. Don't win harder.
No.
He's winning harder. He's winning harder.
We need him to go down for
No,
your
we
game
don't.
3. Don't we?
No, we need him to live for the game 3. AAO won the first game.
Well, you need to die because I'm rooting for Team Bravo right now. So you guys can pull it off. That way I can be double victor. Not only did you guys win the series, but Team Bravo won.
That's right. That's right.
All right, here comes the mad push into Bacon, and let's see if we can finally get this thing capped sometime today.
The thing is, we don't even need this to happen. A7 is in the lead. They've got cap parity. That's all they need. There's absolutely zero reason to push here, because when you push, you trade hit points.
Right.
Oof.
Where's the problem at again? You are not thinking of anybody's tournament PR right now.
Ah, that's true. I forgot that these guys have dates tonight.
Yes.
Additional 2 finds the Salem, the Wooster finds the Wooster and starts slapping him around. Jeez, I can't speak today. English hard.
Neither can I. A7 is just inserting their dominance, and we own this match. You all need to stop us. Our dates are going to be more impressed over our game on North than yours.
That's right. That's right. They're totally going to pull up this VOD later and be like, look, honey, look what I did today. As Gara is trying to smoke Black Blueberry and also being shot at in the process because radar.
You know what? I question AAO separating out that smoke snail train.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I think that's ultimately what blew it for him is they divided and they conquered themselves in the process.
Well, I mean, you had a Conqueror and a Salem, right? Like, I know the Daring was there, but let's face facts. The Daring shop is the spot. So you had a Conqueror and a Salem go to a kite side, and they kited in. They didn't kite out. They reversed kite.
Brooksy finally goes down. Time extension. Black Blueberry dodging all the torpedoes.
But they should get the shimmy, so no more time extension.
Sad.
Everything's according to you, everything's right in the world now because we're going to a game 3 very shortly.
Yes, yes.
I mean, I like A7's position here. Just, hey, everybody get up against this island because the only thing that can successfully farm us out is a booster.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't have a smoke, right? Because by the time he gets to the daring smoke, oh, look, it's already gone.
He also doesn't
can't
have
even
the time necessary
get
to do it.
No, he needs to get into there. And good luck killing the Salem with your HE.
Well, they were trying to kill the other Salem, additional 2. Look at this, additional 3 now against additional 2, but, you know, lower number picked first, so. Aw, did I just miss the Conqueror smacking him? Aw, or the Kremlin?
Somebody touched him.
I was too busy looking at that. So, we'll get a double death pick to finish out round 2. All right.
I'm shocked.
And we're going to a game 3, folks.
I'm shocked that Team Alpha won.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can handle this.
Oh, and I'm also shocked and appalled, Puddin', because the other match that we were originally scheduled for just went 2-0.
Let me guess. 2-0?
2-0.
I am flabbergasted. That's what I was saying. It's like, it's not one particular moment. It's just, it's cascading effect. Because you can still claw your way out of a bad decision.
Absolutely.
Get into the game.
All right, everybody. Well, here is game 3. Game 2, as you can tell, Puddin' and I talking through it quite a bit. Let's go into this. This is a tied-up situation. Both teams tied at 1. Whoever wins this advances and faces WND in the loser bracket final. Whoever loses this is done for the day, and as teams are all European, I guess they can go have dinner, go on their dates, whatever. So let's take a look at AAO on Northern Waters. They've got Yamate Onisama in the Yu Yang, and Hitmark in the Salem, and Kitasaruhi in the Schlieffen, all heading towards Alpha Cap. Heading towards Bravo is Vasca, who's been demoted to a Yu Yang now from his Des Moines, with additional 3s Wushta in tow. I'm guessing that's going to be a Smoke Yu Yang. Black Blueberry is reprising his role in the Yamato. We've got Esguerra in the Harugumo and Nicey Nader in the Des Moines, heading towards the C-Cap with Paimentaha now in a Daring, who's going to try to go in. What do we have to the south, Mr. Puddin'?
To the south, we have a Shimmy Wooster Conqueror going to Apples. We have the Daring and Z52 going to Bacon. The Daring's going out a little bit wide, so he can shoot whatever the Z decides to hydro.
Mm-hmm.
And then at Chocolate, we have a Gearing Wooster Kremlin Des Moines. Now, I like the fact that A7 brought a Z52.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who's played this game long enough or done any comp knows exactly where the Z52 is going to be. It's going to be on B. Because it's the strongest spot, and he's literally going to sit there, and as soon as somebody touches the cap, he will hydro. Of course, he hit the early hydro to potentially scare somebody off or away, just so he can secure the cap.
That's right.
I do believe he's caught under Rooster radar and is being farmed out by a Daring that is yet to connect any real shells at all.
Yeah, but, you know, he's trying.
I mean, it definitely lets him know where the Daring is. It also makes the Daring utilize a smoke to try to hit the island. I mean, hit the Z52.
Black Blueberry, by the way, had a nice salvo early on King of Hell's Conqueror, caught him broadside, took out a good amount of his HP, and if that was Citadel damage, which I think some of that was, that's pretty hard to repair.
I do believe it's 80% that can repair back, isn't it? Or 50%. But it's still not the 80% of just, you know, or the 100% of, oh no, I'm on fire, the horror.
Right.
Do these Conqueror shells touch the Daring in any meaningful way? Nope.
The cap is lava over at A, apparently. Neither team really wanting to do much over there.
Well, not true. AAO strategies march down to one line. So, obviously, it's not going to be to get the cap. Oh, there goes the smoke YY. We're shocked and appalled.
Yeah, both of their YYs are smoke. Vasca smoking additional 3's Wushta, and then, as you can see, Onisama smoking the Salem and Schlieffen.
Well, there comes Jimmy Torps towards the smoke cloud.
It's almost like they knew that's what's going to happen.
I would imagine somebody's running a hydro. Interesting that the Z is not up against the island in Bacon. Let's see, we have... What do we have? We have Gehring versus Daring on who can cap chocolate. Right now, nobody.
Yep. Cutest does take a torpedo with the Schlieffen.
Well, it is a large ship.
It is a large ship indeed. Now, did that cause a DCP? Yes. Haruhi's forced to DCP that.
Well, clearly he was playing Get Down, Mr. President with the Salem. It's saying, I'll break the YY off because the smoke's up and he's really going to just be useful spotting and capping.
Absolutely.
See, I'm surprised that Daring is still in the middle with the Z. It looks like the Z is heading over to chocolate, and the Daring is now going to take up the mantle of defending Bacon. I think they realized that the Daring doesn't have very much help. Bring the Z over to force him out so you guys can get it.
I almost feel like A7 also says, hey, we've got the B cap. We don't need A. Let's just win at C. So they're already kind of kiting away. They realize that they haven't been able to get to that island on the 1 line. So as a result, why fight over that? That's a strong position, especially because I'm sure they know that's a Schlieffen in that spot.
Yes, the Schlieffen did get spotted, which caused them to pop the YY smoke. Which then in turn caused the Shimmy to say, torpedoes at Angry Smoke Cloud.
That's right. Conqueror King of Hell does take a deep water Yu-Yang torpedo that forces out his DCP.
Interesting that you put the booster in and get chocolate, but whatever, it's a capping rooster today.
I mean, he's in smoke. He's not shooting. Not doing anything. And I think they have him there because if the cap gets contested, he just presses his I win button.
Right. I do believe he's got his hydro going, possibly. I don't know. I can't tell.
If you zoom out far enough, eventually you might see the hydro rings appear.
I see the little pulses, but I never could tell between the radar and the hydro pulses.
Yeah, that would be... So the radar appears on top of the mast. That's how you can tell if they're radaring. And then the hydro is the pulse on the water. Like the additional 3's Worcester right now, for example, is running hydro.
Hydroing.
And he's radaring too.
AO's getting Bacon. Well, I like the... Let's put blind shots in where the DD should be, and the DD is nowhere near it. But I do have a strong feeling that the Z is going to come back and retake Bacon now that they got chocolate. And it successfully pushed AAO off of the cap and away from the cap.
Yep. Additional 3's got to think skinny thoughts because, well, he's got this very tiny island that he's butted up against, and Black Blueberry is looking. Additional 3's banging away with his radar as well. Sorry, what was that?
A7's Conqueror looks like he's getting farmed out a bit by the Worcester on top of Bacon, along with the Schlieffens and Nurembergs.
Hitmark and the Salem got hit pretty hard, possibly from King of Hell earlier too. We've been looking at the other side.
Let's see. This is in favor of A7 for right now, but it can go either way still. It's only about 100-point difference.
It's a very
As
close match.
A7 decides to retake Bacon.
Uh-oh.
I do believe, knowing that Worcester radar is down, but I do believe that Worcester is caught on Z52 Hydro, and
He is.
this could be bad because the Conqueror found his 2-key.
AP right up the butt. Brooksy
Could have been
detected
so much
momentarily.
worse.
Yeah, but additional 3.
force.
There's the radar. Worcester radar up. He's going to dodge torpedoes.
A7 takes Bacon back, going, we want the good stuff. You guys can have apples. Nobody cares.
Right.
Ooh. A7's Kremlin getting close to half health-ish. In reverse. Thank you for not Wing.
Right.
Schlieffen's got his Hydro, so these Torps aren't going to do anything. But he is being farmed out, and if there's one thing Schlieffens don't like is to be shot at by multiple targets. And
That is their big...
One is HG.
Yep. That's the big weakness of Schlieffen, is just continual farming. You can see Onisama trying to help his teammate a little bit by popping the smoke up. Unfortunately, that also tells A7 where he is.
Well, it's not like it's a big secret with him spotted right now. Like, you don't need satellite imaging or the submarine GPS tracking to figure out where the Schlieffen is.
No, I'm talking about the Yu Yang that's smoked up. They're saying where the Yu Yang is.
Oh, I think
By
I
smoking.
think they knew he was there. Just from his deep water torps that were coming out. I mean, I could be wrong, but I mean, like you said, if the Conqueror took one of those, you know, right where it is, and the Schlieffen's going to push out through, not taking advantage of smoke.
Yeah, I'm confused about that decision. Maybe he was afraid of the more torps. Either way, he's trying to back off and save the ship now. King of Hell, I'm sure, is waiting, but I don't think Haruhi's going to give him that shot.
What I mean,
Because he's got this island.
I would have just reversed.
I know. I think he was...
It doesn't matter who puts the fire on you, just that you get a fire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the YY.
Yup. Got caught out. And there's torpedoes coming.
Which is going to force him to stay in a direction.
Mm-hmm.
More importantly, the Mr. Nelson guy said the enemy's about to win, which means Team Bravo, yay. But we do have AAO. I hope that's O, not 0. Pushing into Bacon with the with their Worcester YY smoke death snail train.
And they're spotted this whole time. They don't care. They know they have to make a play. They're going to have to risk it for the biscuit, as here comes more AP into the Worcester. Big hit there from King of Hell's Conqueror. And additional 3 gets taken out by additional 2.
Well, I always told you additional 2 is better than additional 3.
Black Blueberry responds in his Yamato, taking out additional 3's Des Moines. So both additional 3's just got wiped off the face of this map. I'm surprised he stayed there.
Shimmy going for a YOLO run on a Salem, and he only has 1 set of torpedoes at Apples. Let's see how this plays out.
Well, you get the feeling that both teams are desperate, trying to make something happen. That's a dead Salem.
My God, the Shimmy shot his guns.
Yeah, and because of that, he's detected longer.
Ironically,
Forced to smoke.
that was a big mistake on his part.
Yeah, exactly. He's forced to slow down and smoke when he really doesn't want to do that. He wants to get into the A cap. What a crazy finish.
The Worcester additional 2 is being farmed out, but where are your guns looking at? The wrong way.
The Yamato.
Looking at the YY.
He's looking at the Yamato. I think he was going to back up to try to shoot the YY, but as soon as he started getting shots from the side, he's like, nope, I'm out. Doesn't matter, because that was a Des Moines salvo coming in. Nicey Nader.
Now nobody's getting points.
Nobody is getting points. Every cap is stalled. Additional 2 is about to die.
It still
Oh,
could
DCP.
go.
DCP. Did he save it? Did he save it? Oh. Wait, daring shells. Yamato shells. Black Blueberry takes him down.
Oh, Schlieffen goes down.
AAO Schlieffen goes down, that's right, to daring, despite the Yu Yang Yamate trying to support his teammate. And
A7
Bravo.
now has apples and bacon.
Yeah, they've secured the cap lead, and they've also secured the ship lead. Onisama's forced to try to back in and think very skinny thoughts. He's detected now. That's Z52 Hydro. Additional 4 is going to open up there. That ought to do it for this Yu Yang. Additional 4 is going to slow.
Finish to 67 HP. Why?
Well,
Why?
they stopped because Vasca shows up, and they're like, oh, let's shoot Vasca instead. They figure they can finish Yamate whenever they want. I would just focus on Yamate first. There you go. A little bit of a mistake in trigger discipline there that causes A7 to lose a destroyer they didn't really need to lose.
Well, in the end, you trade 1 for 2 because I don't think the YY gets out. Yep, doesn't get out of this. But at the end of the day,
wait! Look to the south! Look to the south! Look to the south! Call me Quartz. AAO just, wow, that's a clip moment, guys. That AAO just executes Call Me Quartz's Kremlin. This, I mean, A7's in the lead, but that doesn't mean that AAO is out. They are coming in hard.
no,
Going down swinging.
AAO is out. It's all but ridden. Right? It's 900 to 600. They still have to push in. A7 is much healthier than AAO.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like your daring's low, so as soon as he gets spotted, A7 should instinctively go just kill him. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the only thing they can shoot is a spotted Yamato. So it will literally be nothing but HE flung at him with all the torpedo spam that could possibly exist in the world.
Yep, and he does manage to intercept a torpedo. So
That was taken on the belt.
And then there's more.
But wait, there could be something else.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's
One
gonna
more?
eat you.
Nope, just the
Oh,
one. One on the bow that will probably cause a flood. DCP on. He's trying to heal.
He has to try to heal through this.
988 points, everyone.
But I mean, I believe everybody's shooting in the dark except for the Conqueror, and that's just because it's a Conqueror. Oh, that's a permanent fire. It's just a matter of time now, and well, they won't even have time because
Yep,
the
Yep.
points.
the points.
But more importantly, we have our first Team Bravo win.
That's
And
right,
it's the win for the
congratulations.
series.
Well, and the thing is, too, remember, like I said before, A7 was about to be eliminated from the tournament last weekend on Sunday. And they've now pushed all the way to the losers bracket finals, which is coming up next. What a game. Let's put the winner screen up. And congratulations to A7.